Hi, today we're going to be talking about the reproductive system. If you remember when we talked about meiosis, we talked about gametes. Well, this is how the gametes are formed. Gametes are the sperm for males and eggs for females. And it also deals with the reproductive organs or the gonads. So we will talk further about the male reproductive system and the female reproductive system, but first I want to talk about the sperm and the egg. The egg, if you remember, is female and it's huge. There's very unequal cell division, so you have a bigger sized egg. The sperm is smaller and it is continuously produced. About a 500 million sperm are produced each day. Now, when the two sperm and egg unite, they will produce a zygote that will go through repeated cell divisions. That zygote or fertilized egg will enter the uterus and actually attach to the uterine wall and develop over the next 9 months. So let's talk about the parts of the male reproductive structure. The main structure is the penis and the scrotum. The penis is an erectile organ that surrounds the urethra. Okay, it's very vascular, so it's very much filled with blood. It does have a prepuce or foreskin that often gets removed with circumcision, and that is just going to cover the top or the glans penis. Okay, inside of the scrotum, and I'll turn to the next page, is a little bit different picture. The scrotum encloses the testes, and this is where the sperm is produced. There's the cremaster muscle, that's a type of a skeletal muscle that will contract to pull the testes closer to the body. And then the dartos is the smooth muscle that's responsible for the wrinkles of the scrotal sac. Sperm is produced in the testes, and it is divided into 3 parts: the head, the middle piece, and the tail. The head is where the chromosomes are, and it also has enzymes that help penetrate through the egg. The middle piece has mitochondria to help it move, microtubules to help it move, and then the tail is the flagellum that helps it move. Semen is actually made up of sperm and secretions from accessory glands, and we're going to talk about the different accessory glands. There's 3 main types. There's the seminal vesicles, there's the prostate, and I don't have a picture of it, but we do have a Cowper's gland in addition. Now, the seminal vesicles, okay, is about 60% of the volume within semen. It is thick and clear fluid that contains mucus, amino acids, fructose, so it can help provide energy, prostaglandin, which is going to help stimulate the contractions of the uterine muscles to help the semen get into the uterus, and different proteins to help the semen kind of clump together after it's deposited in the female, so that way the contractions can get it up inside of the female. The prostate is the largest of these glands, and it's about 30% of the volume of the semen. Its fluid is thin and milky, and it does have an antibiotic-like substance that's going to help prevent urinary tract infections for females. The Cowper's glands is thick, alkaline, sticky fluid that is lubricating. And it does carry some sperm when it gets released a little bit before the actual ejaculation. The next thing we're going to talk about is the reproductive system of a female. So we have ovaries, we have fallopian tubes, we have the uterus, and we have the vagina. The ovaries, okay, produce 1 egg per month. And pretty much when a female is born, all of her follicles that contain the eggs are formed. There's about 400,000 of these follicles, but only several hundred get released during the woman's reproductive years. Okay, so when you ovulate, an egg is expelled through the follicle, and then it will travel down the fallopian tube or the uterine tubes. Okay, and then it travels into the uterus. The uterus is often called the womb. It's very thick, very muscular, and it's kind of like an upside down pear. It does provide mechanical protection and nutritional support to the developing uterus. It does have endometrium, which is a lining that is very richly supplied with blood vessels. It does open into the vagina by the cervix. And the vagina is a thin-walled chamber that forms the birth canal, so the baby will pass through that. And there's often a hymen or a thin tissue that is often broken during intercourse or vigorous physical activity. If you have any questions, please see me tomorrow. Thank you.